been asking me lately a lot, like just in person, not really over the internet, but people have been talking to me, and a lot of them really want to know why I bought a 4-cylinder Camaro. And a lot of them think the turbo is the big selling point. And that has absolutely nothing to do with it. The turbo doesn't have anything to do with why I bought this car. Okay? Sorry, you're just going to be watching my dash, my gauges the whole time, because I'm driving, obviously, and it's nighttime. So anyway, back to my point. I told people this is the real reason I bought this car. It comes down to mathematics. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. What I had to begin with was a 2011 Camaro. It's just a V6, and I loved that car. I loved that car. It was amazing. It was the best 6-cylinder I've ever had in my life. It was just as much power as one of the 8-cylinder Camaros I had. Well, anyway, point is, that car, to get to work, cost me a quarter tank. So to get home is a quarter tank, meaning that I'm burning a half a tank a day. Okay, so every 2 days I have to fill my tank up. And it's not about the price of the gas, it's not about the price of the car or anything like that. What it's about is, I don't want to fill my tank up every other day to go to work and to get home. So what I was looking for was the 4-cylinder Camaro. If I'm going to drive as much as I'm going to drive, I'm not going to drive a Honda. I'm not going to drive some fucking, Nissan or some shit that I'm not excited about. If I'm going to drive a car every day for 2 hours, I'm going to be happy in what I'm driving. And there's no question about that. So obviously I'm going to buy something I like. And if I give up my Camaro that I absolutely love and adore and keep in pristine condition, there's no way that I'm going to give it up for a fucking 4-wheel drive little truck, or a fucking Nissan Maxima or some shit like that. I'm just not going to do it. What I'm going to do is buy something I like. Okay, so now that that's said, let's look at the math of it. Okay, my car payment was $300, and the reason why was because I put $11,000 cash down. So that brought my payment down significantly. All right, now if I'm going to drive to work, just strictly to and from work, that's $340 extra a month on a fuel bill. And then you're looking at my insurance, which is like $135, full coverage for that Camaro every month. So now we're getting into the $800 range to drive that car to and from work. Well, mathematically, I should be driving a brand new car if I'm spending $800 to drive to work. So it doesn't make sense for me to be driving a Camaro that is out of warranty, that's 6 years old, putting 160 miles on it every single day, and thinking to myself, I'm gonna fill up tomorrow constantly. You know what I mean? And not have a warranty, not have a road package, not have anything. If it gets damaged, if it breaks down, I'm on my own. So it just makes mathematical and financial sense for me to give up the car I love and get something a little different. And I'm not going to go down when I get a car. I'm going to go up. I'm going to upgrade. So I've got a brand new Camaro that's got snow and ice mode, okay, which was the main selling point for me. It was the engine size, and it was the snow and ice mode. I live in Colorado, and I drive on one of the most treacherous stretches of highway in the wintertime. And let's face it, I was paying $300 before just for a car payment on a car that I drove half of the year. I actually had a different commuter car, and I'll talk about that a little later. But it doesn't make sense for me to be spending $300 just on a car payment for my car to sit in the garage for 6 months out of the year. Why would I want to continue down that road? I mean, yeah, it's a good excuse to have a badass Camaro in the garage, but it's a brand new Camaro. Shouldn't I be driving it? So I called up the Chevy dealership and I told them, here's what I want. Here's what I don't care about, which was the cost of the car or anything like that. All I cared about was having a 4-cylinder with snow and ice. That's the only two things that mattered to me. I'm not going to be driving long distances and have my wife and my mom and my mother-in-law and everybody in the world worrying about me. So I buy a car that I like, that is super safe, and then I'm going to buy $400 per tire snow tires. It's not a big deal. It's like, would you rather give up a good job, or would you rather invest in being able to get there and be reliable so that you can earn that bonus, so that you can make that money? I'm not going to be one of those guys that's like, oh, sorry, I can't make it, but I'm also not going to give up my Camaro. So it's simple. Just drive a little slower, put in snow and ice, put your snow tires on, and you're good to go. You know what I mean? My last Camaro it wasn't that capable in the snow. I'm sorry, I've seen YouTube videos and stuff of people showing off their car in the snow, but the thing with those Camaros is they're probably on those Pirelli snow tires or something. The tires that came on my car were basically summer-only tires, because the instant those tires get cold, they become really hard and they lose all their traction. So it makes sense to buy a soft snow tire to drive in the cold temperatures. So I'm going to be driving this car every day. Rain, snow, doesn't matter. So it just makes sense for me to buy a car that I want and that has the two features that I wanted. I just wanted something that happened to be a 4-cylinder, good on gas, all highway miles. It's literally like just 80 miles down the road. You know what I mean? Not a big deal. So why would I want to have a V8 and have a $500 fuel bill? It just doesn't make sense. And is it really that good for the environment for me to just burn twice the gas so I can get to work? My car's still going to do 80 miles an hour, whether I'm going up a hill or down a hill. I don't know, but it seems like it stays right at 80. It doesn't matter the size of the hill. It doesn't matter whether I'm going up or down. This car does exactly what I need it to do. I'm happy with it. So this allows me to go and make the money that I need to buy the brand new ZL1 that I'm going to get. And you guys will see that. That's going to be in the future. But the whole point of it is the reason I bought this car is because it's something that I like. It's something that's going to be good in the wintertime. And it's got a 4-cylinder engine. That's it. Those are it. That's it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to argue with people. I'm not going to debate with them. I bought what I wanted. You know, there's a guy out there that he talks about Camaros and which Camaro's for you, and he's talking about how everyone says that, oh, it should only be an SS model and that's it. See, I've got somebody trying to race me. That's hilarious. And I just laugh and I'm like, you know, if this car only came in an SS model, I wouldn't have bought it. And let's be honest, buying these types of cars supports the company's ability to make the better car. So there's no reason for me to think, oh, I didn't buy the 2SS. I'm never going to buy a 2SS. I'm going to buy a ZL1 so I can have a daily driver Camaro, and then I can have the hot rod that I keep in the garage for when I want to take the wife somewhere. And that's what I want. I'm not like other people. I'm not out trying to race. I'm not out trying to be cool. I'm not out trying to do nothing. I'm just buying a car that I like, and that's it. That's it. I ain't got anything else to say about it. Alright, well, make your comments, give your suggestions, tell me which car you would buy and why. I'm really interested in that. I think a lot of people buy different cars for different reasons, so it's just kind of interesting to me to hear what people have to say.